We got video training courses today, team. We have the 5 steps. This is an A to Z process for you to not only create your videos, but integrate them into your e-learning technology so you can have the best video training possible. What do we got, Hector?
Welcome to the eLearning Partners channel, where we created this channel for you to simplify everything and anything e-learning. If you're developing an e-learning program, an online course, this whole entire channel is to simplify everything for you so you can focus on the most important thing, which are
like an
your
auctioneer.
learners.
And because we care about you and your learners, we have a free masterclass for you right below this video. All you have to do is click on the link, put in your email, and you will get instant and immediate and instant, free, immediate, instant access. The same words mean the same things. They're actually different words, but they mean the same thing. So go do that, and then we're gonna tell you all about these 5 things.
So the first thing is research, everybody. So we have seen this time and time again over many, many years in the e-learning industry, where a lot of people get excited about developing an e-learning program or an online course without doing any research. And so many of those course and e-learning programs fail, and they question why. It's because they didn't research. Specifically, they didn't research their learners. So if you have a course topic, if you have an e-learning topic, the first thing that you do when creating a video training course is researching that topic, making sure it's what your learners need.
So what you want to make sure is that the topic that you are creating training on is something your learners actually need and care about. That means identifying the biggest challenge or challenges that your learners have. That is the number 1 step, the first step in this process. Then what you want to do is figure out what types of videos your learners actually like and want to interact with. Once you do that, once you figure out what your learners want, then it's time to put your business cap on, your financial cap on, and move on to step number 2, which is all about the cost-benefit analysis. Hector, what is the low-hanging fruit content that you can create video training about?
Everybody, the answer to that is your Zoom recordings, your team recordings, any sort of recordings that you have of trainings, of calls that you've done with your team or your learners.
Exactly. Then after your Zoom recordings, another option is you can actually pick up what, Hector?
Your smartphone. The smart devices in your pocket are powerful. You don't need to get all fancy and spend so much time and money and resources on professional production teams and equipment and whatnot. You could use the smartphone in your pocket.
Exactly, and even if you think it's dumb, it's gonna help you. So the third thing is you can look at creating your own screen recordings. So these are just some options. And if you don't want to do it yourself, then what you can do is what, Hector? Hire us.
Yeah. Little underline of
But seriously, that's why it's so important to do a cost-benefit analysis. Have that business cap on. So you got to figure out what you already have. And once you do that, you can assess, does this match up with what your learners want? Because if it matches up with what your learners want, then you're good to go. And if what you already have is one of these 3 things, don't hire us or another type of e-learning production company to create this type of training content. Do it yourself.
Number 3 is outline and script. You want to outline and script your online course or course that you're creating and the videos within that course. Now, there is a beautiful art to how you outline and script, not just your course, but also your videos. Let's talk about your course first. With your course, I want you to think about it like a book, right? What is this course doing? Like reading a book, what impact is this book that you're reading doing? And then we're gonna break it up into chapters. Because remember, we have a lot of videos on this channel about microlearning. Microlearning is absolutely key, and this helps you get into that microlearning state, but also presents your course in an easy, digestible way for your learners. So that is outlining your course.
So think about this. If you're looking at a Zoom recording, right? Let's say you have 9 hours of Zoom recordings. How the heck are you gonna break that down into a video training course that is digestible for your learners? Because your learners aren't gonna sit down or stand up or whatever they do yoga, and watch a 9-hour video course. They're gonna want it, as Hector said, broken down into chapters or into videos. That's why it's so important to outline your course, script your course, but what you're really doing is scripting the pieces of your course, which are the videos. And what do we do, Hector? What is the ideal way to structure each piece of video training?
This is the beautiful formula here. The first thing that you want is you want an opening statement, right? What is this video going to cover? An introduction. The next thing that you want to do is have 3 to 5 main points, not less than 3, not no more than 5. 3 to 5 main points that are driving the purpose of that specific video, of what your intro basically introduced to this video. That's what the 3 to 5 is going to support the intro to this video. And last but not least, it's not a conclusion, but it's an actionable transition, right? Because they are moving to the next video and you want them to be clear what they just learned, actionable to get them to get into the next video to continue the learning.
Call to action.
Boom.
Or a text. So number 4, you are going to create the videos. Now, we understand that some of you already have your videos shot, Zoom recordings. Maybe you shot some stuff with your smart devices. Maybe you have screen captured some stuff with Loom, by the way. Or maybe you have already even hired out a video production company. They shot everything, and now you're like, what do I do with it now? Wherever you are in the process, once you've completed step 1, 2, and 3, or A, B, and F, you will move to step 4, which is actually taking that content and creating videos out of it. That's number 4. Number 5, integrate technology. So take those video trainings that you created and put it in what, Hector?
There are several types, and the first type is what you already have. Again, you may have a technology that is already in existence in your company. Maybe you have a learning management system or any sort of technology platform that you're using, not just to host the videos, but also distributes the videos.
Exactly. So number 2 is, if you don't already have something, then there are some low cost and even some free options. And pretty simple. What we're looking at here is we're looking at YouTube, we're looking at Vimeo, we're looking at these hosting options that are specifically video focused that you can integrate. We're not talking about integrating some massive LMS or even some small LMS. What you want to look for are the easy softwares like YouTube and Vimeo. Now, if you want to take this a step further and you don't already have what you already have or whatever, you understand, and you have a little more of a budget than free, then what you can do is integrate video-based LMSs.
There's a lot of LMSs out there that are great specifically for video and video courses. Some of our favorites, Johnny, takeaway is what, my friend?
We got talent cards, pretty cool, basically like TikTok, but an LMS. Then we also have Kajabi or Kjibble. Our least favorite, but we have to say it, because it is a video-based training platform, is Teachable. And I'm aware that you may not even be able to see this, and that's okay. If you can't see this, well, we don't really like Teachable.
So if you do decide that creating a course through video-based training is the way to go, we have another video for you on this channel, and that video is,
what kind of equipment do I need to create a video training or a training video? We'll see you there.